Well, welcome back everybody. Good morning. We are still here and it is still sunny. It is nearly lunchtime, 25 to 12 here. And it is yet to rain and the blue skies are still out and the grey rain clouds have stayed away. So luckily for me, I got this field of oats finished and we're going to go up onto the hillside over there somewhere, you can't quite see it. And we're going to get the rest of them done hopefully. So we've got a field up there, we've got half spelt, half oats. So we're hopefully, I very much would like to get this done, but I'd be very surprised if we got anywhere near finishing these all, given what the weather is supposed to be doing. So we're just going to see. All we can do is really get ourselves up there and try, and then if it's, we'll go until the weather stops us. Really, I think it's the best idea. Let's get through this gateway here. That's lovely. Now David's already gone ahead with the trailer, which is why I am pulling my header behind me, which is a bit of a risky maneuver given the tight, the very tight gateway I've got to try and get out of here. But we will try anyway. We'll see what we can do. And then once we're out, then yeah, it's a straight slingshot up the hill there. We're not on the main road for too long, so it shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, the main problem we're going to have is coming up very shortly. We got through the spring oats there very quickly actually, very impressed with how we kicked on there. Really were able to pound through those, which is good, we needed to. One with swing wide here, gives us a fighting chance. Ooh, this is always a narrow one. We do have a little bit of space we can kind of swing up onto the far side there. But yeah, it's always just tight. But we're going to just edge our way around here. We might have to squash the hedge a little bit. Good job I know Mrs. Jenkinson there. She's very considerate, given everything we go through here. Let's just stop there, have a quick look, see what we're doing. Let's see, peer around the corner. Oh hey, we're not doing too badly, we are out. Onwards. Perfect, so we'll just ease ourselves away. We're keeping our hazards on, we've got our lights on, we've got our beacons on. If anyone sees us coming, they'll have a bit of time to get out of the way at least. The only major issue we have now is just getting around this little chicane, and then, yeah, we'll be fine. So how you all doing? Hope you're all very well today. Today our recording is Monday, and we are pushing ahead. We've got, like I say, we're going to be jumping over to some spring millet, spelt and oats. We'll get those all wrapped up hopefully. At the moment we haven't got back on the bales yet. I'm waiting for my dad to come in actually to take over on the combine so I can go and jump onto the baler. We're also getting a contractor to come in with like a bale chaser really, because there are just so many bales that we can't get on top of them in the time we want. We are going to be selling some of them, so with that in mind we will just kind of stack them up on the edge of the field really for now. Once we get that done, then at least will give us a chance to kind of get on top of it all. So that's what we're going to be looking at there at least, and hopefully that contractor, I spoke to him earlier, is on his way in, which is good. Oh, these trees are a little low hanging. Perfect. Those off. Alrighty, so we are at the end of the road here. Okay, so we are just going to get ourselves up to a little bit of speed here, and away we go. We're going to be coming into there very shortly. As soon as Barry can get finished on the hilltop of the oilseed rape, he's going to come into here. That's going to be some barley. So that'll be good to get that in the ground. We've got a lot of drilling to do as well, so we're really trying to get on top of that whilst the weather is holding out. It's a real big help for us, to be honest. So yeah, hopefully he can get on top of that one as well, and we'll just keep making some progress whilst the weather kind of allows us to, because I don't think it's going to allow us to be quite so productive moving forward. I think the next few days aren't looking too great again, so this is really a bit of a blessing here, to allow us to get ahead. we've not got too much left to do really. Once we get this little field up the top done, there's also a field of soybeans there which aren't anywhere near being ready. I must admit that's going to be a while. And then we've got a couple of fields of wheat to crack on with as well. So they're all back over this way though, back down towards the farm, so we won't have to stay out of the way too much. But yeah, so it'll be nice just to be able to really push on here and get these done. And then yeah, start to feel like we're really making a good sense of progress. And then I'd be really looking forward to being able to just park the combine back in the shed and be done with it really. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, so the contractor is coming. I believe he's coming from up this way, and it looks like that is him there now. So I'm just going to swing out the way here actually. He is going to head on up over to the top field there behind the barn, and he's going to behind the yard buildings really. And he's going to crack on. But yeah, ideally he's going to stack everything up there so we don't have to worry about it and come back in and making sure that they're all kind of stacked up in threes. He's going to stack, I think that chaser of his puts him into about groups of 8 or something. So we'll need to, next job we need to look at is getting the haulier in to come and cart those away to wherever they're going to be sold. Typically have a lot of straw going towards Wales. Really, they have a big demand for it out there, so we'll see if we can tap onto some of that market. That would be ideal. And around we go. Just the header trailer get round there. That's lovely. Awesome, and up we go. So that's the main row done. This field is set aside again. I don't know who had this or who owns this field, but they're not doing much with it. It really is a monstrous field you could be utilising, but they just seem to be leaving it dormant for a long time. There we go, lovely. In terms of yield for the spring oats we just finished over there, it wasn't ideal. I think we were coming in at just a low 3, just under 3.5 tonne an acre really, which is a bit poor for what I wanted. This field on the top here is a bit of a trial field as well. It's direct drilled, so it'll be interesting to see how that compares really to the field we've just been into. And the spelt is just a completely new ball game, so that's just going to be very interesting really to see how that one performs. And whether or not it'll become a regular within our crop rotation. So we'll have to wait and see on that front. You can actually see on the top of the hill there's like a field with a very light green border really. That is where Barry's working away. That's the cover crop he's currently direct drilling oilseed rape into. So he hasn't got much left to do by the looks of things over there. Which is good. That means we can then move on. Good to get the winter oilseed rape in the ground nice and early. Okay, so we're going to get ourselves set up here. We'll get into gear and we'll have a look at the field before we get going, but we'll catch you once we get through this little village and once we're about away really, I think. Welcome back. We are just in the process of hooking up the harvester here. Oh, this one's a bit too high for me. There we go, we grabbed it. Everything is just about done. Let's have a quick one there, go put the PTO in. Get in there for the... There we go. So before we crack on, let's just go and take out our trusty little meter here and let's have a look at spellet really. So this is, or spelt, sorry. Spellet is a cross of spelt and millet, I assume. This, we'll have a wander along the tram line here. It's kind of a hybrid wheat really, is spelt. And it can be used, I believe it can be used in some cases for flour. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but I think yes, it can be used for like gluten-free products. But it's a little bit patchy in places. This is a trial field, as we've mentioned to previously. So you can just see over there, we've actually got oats in the field over there as well. But yeah, we'll get into those oats soon. We'll just crack out and knock off this, hopefully knock out all of this spelt before the weather changes. But if we have a look at the moment, moisture levels are doing very well. We're looking only around about 13%, so that's very nice. We've got quite some altitude here. You never really realise that you're quite so high up, but yeah, we're going to crack on. The weather, the sunshine's getting brighter at the moment, so I feel like we've just got to get going, see what we can do. David's here in the trailer, so he's good to go. I'm going to jump into the combine and I'll take you for the first time round. So we're going to edge ourselves back here. Got a reel set up properly. There we go, lovely, and we'll just fire up the thresher. Wait for the revs to kick in. There we go. Let's get on to it. Come back and tidy up that edge there. Don't want to hit the corner of my head of the trailer too much. So like I say, we're just going to cut this field off really in the middle. It's a little bit uneven. I thought it would be a little bit tidier around the edge, but where it's not, we'll just have to make do with what we can. We'll just try and square this up here. That's better. Right on the tram line where the field divider was. You may recall we got a neighbour to come and drill this with a new kind of little drill of his that he was using, so that was quite beneficial for us just to see how that worked. It was a little bit small for what I would need, but it was a good little drill for sure. And then we drilled that other half as well there. Direct drilled again. Alright, everything is coming through nicely. 25% already, so there's something in the field there. There's a relatively good yield, which is good to hear. And at this stage, as always, I'd love to welcome all the new subscribers along. Thank you very much for taking the time to subscribe and join the family here at Simulation for the Nation. Very much appreciated. As always, do let me know down below where you're watching from. I do like to find out. We've got a load of people from all over the world at the moment, which is quite fun. Really do like to find that out. So yeah, do drop a comment down below, let me know, and I'm going to try and do something with that, like I don't know. So there'll be some kind of appreciation video at some stage coming out about that kind of thing, I reckon. But yeah, for now, we'll have to wait until we get out of harvest, really, until we get into the winter when we can take it a little bit slower, I reckon. Yeah, at the moment it is all flat to the mat. We've got the new diet feeder at home. The tractor we bought specifically to work on the bedder and the feeder is really struggling with that feeder. It is huge, so I'm not sure what we're going to do about that. We might have to have a look. But yeah, it does just kind of really, when you engage the feeder on the PTO, it really bogs down. So we'll have to be a little bit cautious about that and have a think if we're going to keep using it for that or just keep it on the straw bedder. But it's good that we've got it in now, so we can switch back to that, because it was just a laborious task of using the loader forks every morning. Just sneak around the side, that's lovely. Okay, so we're going to keep pushing on with this as long as we can. I'd like to, if need, well, I need to get my dad up here as soon as possible so I can go and jump onto the baler again. Now that the contractor's in there stacking things up, I can kind of bail without crashing into bales, because the headland had bales listed all over it. So it would be good, and it makes sense to get those cleared up so I can get in. But we'll see what we can do. But yeah, we will keep on plugging away, and we'll come back to you later on in the day just to see how we're doing here, see what's going on. But yeah, as always, it's busy, and we'll just keep pushing away. We're back, folks. It's a little bit later in the day, and you join me as I've been demoted to trailer boy, really. We're pushing on. David's gone home for the rest of the day. Dad's on the combine here, so I'm just going to do a bit of carting. Baling's done, but I've left the contractor up there to get on with it and stack those up. We're going to get as much done here as we can before we end up being collared in by the rain, really. Which still hasn't arrived yet, and it makes me curious as to when it may arrive. But what we will do in the meantime is we'll take this spelt back to the yard. There is a lot of spelt in that field. The yield there is fantastic at the moment, so we'll really mind-blowing actually as to how much we're getting off here. So this is a crop that may have to make a regular occurrence into our rotation, given how much how well it's doing actually. So yeah, we're just heading back up to the yard now. We'll get this tipped and then we'll try and race back up there as quickly as we can. I think that's almost full again anyway, so there's not a lot we can do. We're just going to go flat out and get back as soon as possible. Around the corner. Very impressed with how the rain stayed off for the time being at least. Made a big difference, really allowed us to crack on. I'm going to take this trailer up, drop it off I think, in the field. Might come back and get the other one, because what I want to do is just leave enough time so I can go and look after Barry. I need to go take some more seed out from very shortly. So we'll have to do that, but we'll see how and when we can get that done, if possible. The heavy load, it's sapped all the energy out of the tractor here. Yeah, get up there. Right. So at the moment this is coming in well below 15%, so there's no need for us to think about putting this through a dryer. So that's going to be nice, we'll just leave it in the storage for now. Everything else in the storage we'll be keeping until, well, probably, where are we now? We're in middle of October now. We'll keep this till the new year easily. So yeah, there's no need to worry about having to move that anytime soon. Our contracts at the moment are for January, so we'll see how that goes. Get up there and get down. Lovely stuff. Excellent, so we're going to head on back to the field, and like I say there, we might come back and get another trailer as well. There's tractors all over this yard at the moment though, so we'll have to get some things moved around here sooner rather than later. But yeah, we'll go up there and we'll tune in with you in a minute or two once we're back up the field, sorry, and we know what's going on. I can't foresee we're going to get to go much longer actually. We'll either, at this rate, we either get stopped by the damp or by the rain, whichever one arrives sooner. But at the moment, yeah, we'll just keep pushing ahead. Well, welcome back everybody. We're trying our best to push through here. It's been a little bit tough going time to time, but Dad is pushing away with the combine. We haven't made as much progress as I'd like because the yield has been, well, very high as I mentioned earlier, so we're kind of struggling a little bit just with the combine. That being said, I think we're about to get drawn to a close because the moisture's really starting to come in at the moment. 6:30 at night, so it's really starting to draw in and it's starting to make a big difference. It's combine sticking a little bit more. It's having to take his time and work around a few issues, so it's probably at the point where we're going to have to knock it on the head, I think, for now. So we'll go and have a look. We'll go and have a chat with Dad and see what he wants to do and see how he feels it's going at least, because yeah, I do think at the moment it's going to be a case of knocking it on the head and just seeing how we get on tomorrow, all being well. But yeah, we've made some good progress. I didn't think with the weather forecast we had that we'd get anywhere near to getting this much complete, so in some respects got quite happy with that, and we'll see what we can do. But for the meantime, yeah, we'll just we'll let him tidy up this end. I think we'll try and aim for another trailer load at least, if nothing else, and then call it a day there. Yeah, it has been a little bit heavy going, but you know, that's all well and good, I think, really, when you consider that it's just as a direct result of a good, strong yield. So we'll have to take what we can. Yeah, so we're going to call it a day here. Dad's just spun the combine around there, and we'll get the tank empty. There's only about a third of a tank here. We'll get this taken down, part the combine up for the night, and hopefully, all being well, we can come and hit this again tomorrow morning. But yeah, we're just not able to get any more done really after this. So let's go out and have a look. There he goes. He's got that drill emptying out there now. As you can see, there's not well, it shouldn't take us too long to get through the rest of it tomorrow. it's just the case of when we can actually get a start tomorrow, so we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, the sun is about to set on the hillside there, which means that, you know, we've probably got a good chunk done of what we can actually physically do today. Being quite successful really when I really didn't think we would be at all. So it's been a bit of a hit and miss video because we have been jumping around trying to run like a headless chicken really to get all this completed, but we'll be back through the weekend. We'll kind of give you a bit of a updated documentation of where we're going, but we've broken the back of harvest now. I would say we finish this field up tomorrow, all being well, and then after that we've only got a couple of fields of wheat left to do, and then it's in the books. So feeling quite positive overall. Until later on though, thank you very much for watching. As always, I have been Simulation for the Nation. I hope you have enjoyed our latest little update here from Oakfield Farm. If you have, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, and if you are new to the family, don't forget to hit that subscribe as well for more from me, and we will see you in the next one. So until then, stay safe, enjoy what you're doing, but most of all, happy farming.